So today I'd like to talk about the challenges and the rewarding aspects of family development. And I'm sure there's probably some husband and wife game developer teams that are better equipped to talk about this, but I think it's important for this game, at least to me, and I think that, all of our family members, our little one on the way included, are sort of participating in the development of devastated dreams. And certainly I think, my wife is in some way involved on my previous projects. Like, basically she was supporting me for the tail end of Retrograde, which is embarrassing to say, but I mean, she was amazingly supportive, and it was in a very challenging time, because I was working all the time and money was tight, but we managed to get through it, and certainly she's been very patient, because I think in general, I am working a job that I love, but I'm doing it because I love it. It certainly, is not paying anywhere near what I could get working elsewhere. And, certainly my happiness is worth something. And, I want to continue doing this job as long as, I can make ends meet, which certainly would be challenging if this Kickstarter doesn't succeed, but I'm hoping things pan out. Certainly we had a miracle of a finish last time around, so hopefully we can repeat that. I think there's still a lot of work left to be done. We got to get a lot of more backers, but it's something I'm working at, and hopefully these videos show my commitment to the backers and my commitment to making this a cool experience, rather than, me just taking your money, which I think is not how Kickstarter works. So anyway, back to the idea of family development. But on the Kickstarter page, I list my wife as creative consultant, and I think that it's not just here's a little title to make it feel, less like people who aren't Filipino are making a game about the Philippines. I think it's, we do, use my wife as a sounding board for ideas. We have her look over art, and we ask her questions, things about a song or the Philippines or living in the Philippines that we don't understand. And I think, if I weren't able to work with my wife on this game, it would be a much worse game. I don't know, how accurate, how authentic we could make it feel. Without the benefit of her personal experience. And certainly I think, as far as I know, we've gotten zero complaints from Filipino people, either, American born or people living in the Philippines. It sounds like they're excited about this. They think it's a significant part of their culture, and it's cool, putting it out there. Maybe I'm paraphrasing, certainly. I'm sure not everyone feels that way, but I'm basically just saying that we've gotten a lot of positive messages from Filipinos, which I think is a great thing for the purposes of the project and what we're trying to do. Making it a celebration of Filipino culture, rather than just using it as a setting or just pulling ideas from it. We want it to be Filipino in some sense, and that's not something I could do, I think, without my wife. And we ask her, our in-laws, and a lot of friends. So I mean, it's really something that uh, I couldn't do without the help of my family. But I think, to some extent, it's almost like our little one is involved. I mean, not directly in development. He can't code yet, but I think he plays a role in the game, and certainly it's something I'm aware of. That looking back, if my child plays this game, 18 years from now, because it's going to be pretty graphic, so he should definitely be very, very old before he plays it. It's something that I want him to be able to understand, and I want to be able to defend, and certainly, to some extent, I see some similarities with what we're doing, and something like Eraserhead. Eraserhead, I think, it's common. I don't know if David Lynch has ever come out and said it, but I mean, it commonly, people think it's about his fears of becoming a dad, his the how he felt forced into the role, and uh, unfit, and trapped. Which I mean, I don't know. That's just my impression of it, and certainly I think other people feel that way. But I can imagine. I think Jennifer Chambers Lynch, who is a director in her own right, was the kid of which the movie on which the movie is based, or the motivation. I can't imagine she could watch Eraserhead and feel good about it and be like, yeah, good deal. And certainly I don't know for sure. But I mean, certainly Eraserhead is an amazing work of art. So maybe that's the silver lining. But or maybe it's the honesty. Is the the honesty. It's things that people often won't say, and I think honesty is better than lies, even if the truth is hard. But I myself, on a personal level, would like to be able to look back with my child and say, it was tough. It was tough getting you here, and we're very glad you're here. And this is a game that sort of ties into our fears that you wouldn't make it, and also draws on your cultural background, and I think that in some sense it's an I don't know if I want to say gift, but it's an interesting thing that I could present to my future child, and I think that's really cool. So I mean, it really feels like this is a family affair, so to speak, and my family is involved in development, and I think my parents and my actual family are supporting the Kickstarter, and so definitely it's great to have that support and to make something for and with them. So anyway, thanks for watching.